from New Hanover County Schools Television. Three-time Blue Ribbon winner for the North Carolina Schools Public Relations Association for Outstanding Electronic Media. This is your School News.
Welcome to your school news for the week of December 9th through the 14th. I'm Gabrielle Allen de Toimaison.
And I'm Jordan Fife. Topping our newscast this week, Board of Education holds December meeting, State Secretary of Transportation speaks to Isaac Bear student, and New Hanover High students learn TV production from Gregory students.
Our top story this week is the New Hanover County Board of Education's monthly meeting. We have the board notes for the meeting held on Tuesday, December 3rd at the Dale K. Spencer Meeting Room on South 15th Street. Our very own E.J. McNoggle was on hand at the meeting and joins us with coverage and a complete rundown of the board notes. EJ, we understand that this month's meeting was information-packed.
This month's meeting of the Board of Education was once again light on new business but extremely heavy on reports and included a much-anticipated resolution to the General Assembly. After last month's presentation on curricular and co-curricular activities by the school system, a policy for first reading was presented to the board to open the door for these activities. Also under information the school system received its comprehensive annual financial report, which had passed with flying colors. The instruction department presented a report on content literacy continuum research developed by the University of Kansas Center for Research on Learning. In 2011, New Hanover County Schools was awarded a grant to implement the program. Lots of changes have occurred regarding the school volunteers' participation within the system, and this prompted a review of the situation by Human Resources Director John Welmers.
It's a challenge depending upon the way the buildings are laid out, the way the offices work, but what we're trying to do is make sure that we're protecting students' privacy rights and yet supporting the volunteers who give us such good service.
Additionally, at the December school board meeting, an evaluation of after-school supplemental education services and review of these recent Ready Data Assessment information were presented. School system consultant Dr. Eddie West outlined for the board the success of the after-school services, including the Compass Learning Odyssey part of the program that meets the scientifically based requirement for Title I students. Karen Green, Director of Testing, gave the Ready report highlights. This report featured the 2012-2013 baseline data for the new assessments. The report was organized in two sections, details on district-wide data and details on school-level data.
We're invited this year to go to DPI during the summer and actually establish the cut scores. There were teachers across the state that were surveyed and asked to participate with this. I know that we did have some teachers within our district to participate with this as well.
Under old business, two items tabled at the November meeting were approved at this month's meeting. They were the Presidential Youth Fitness Program Professional Development Sole Source Resolution and the Gifted Advisory Council bylaws. Under new business, the Board of Education approved the Discovery Education Science Textbook Sole Source Resolution, Energy Savings Consulting Contract Addendum Number 2, and the Transit Easement Agreement with the Cape Fear Public Transportation Authority for a city bus stop at Hoggard High School. Meanwhile, the Public Utility Easement Agreement with the Cape Fear Public Utility Authority at Eaton Elementary School resulted in additional discussion and was tabled for a second time. The board did approve the other new business on the agenda, which included the Murrayville Elementary School lease, the 2014-2015 Curriculum Course Guide additions and deletions, and the Curriculum Course Guide. The board also agreed to send a resolution to the General Assembly regarding the treatment of teachers under the new teacher tenure policy. New Hanover County's board is the only board in the state to take this action on behalf of its teachers. The next regular Board of Education meeting will be Tuesday, January 7th at 5:30 p.m. at the Board of Education Center at 1805 South 13th Street. As always, if you cannot attend the meeting in person, you can tune in for the rebroadcasts Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., Friday mornings at 8 a.m., and Sundays at 1 p.m. Board meetings can also be watched online at www.nhcs.net under the School Board tab. That's your board notes for December. Back to you.
Elizabeth Jones, science teacher at Roland Grice Middle School, has been chosen to receive Chair Governor Pat McCrory's Teacher Advisory Committee. Governor McCrory reestablished the Teacher Advisory Committee in September of 2013. The committee is made up of 24 teachers from various disciplines and has been charged to discuss topics such as teacher career pathways, teacher compensation, technology, assessments, and standards. The goal of the committee is to develop concrete, action-based suggestions for the governor that will focus on students and improving education. Elizabeth Jones has taught middle school science for New Hanover County Schools for the past 5 years, teaching for 8 years prior in California.
Isaac Bear Early College High School welcomed Anthony Tata, Secretary of Transportation for the state of North Carolina, as a speaker for their signature program, Launching Leaders. Tata is retired from the U.S. Army as a brigadier general and brings to his position more than 3 decades of public service as a military officer and public school system leader. Mr. Tata has a history of successfully leading and transforming large, complex organizations with vast responsibilities. Most recently, he served as the superintendent of Wake County Public Schools. During his talk with the students, Mr. Tata shared stories of his time in Afghanistan and how he planned and implemented multiple operations involving complex transportation and infrastructure.
Today I learned a lot about integrity and things that are very important in being a leader and things that I hope to emulate in the future. I was particularly impressed that he was able to convey his sense of leadership without sacrificing any particular humor, or he was lighthearted but very serious at the same time.
Well, a lot of what he was talking about today is like the perks of leadership and why it can really pay off, and not just leadership, but all like the traits that help build it up, like respect and honor, and sort of a self-courage that can let you kind of move forward to do as much as you think you can do. And sort of if you have that self-courage, you can achieve so much more than if you just decided, wow, I can't do anything, so I'm just going to stay where I am.
Isaac Bear's signature leadership program focuses on 7 leadership themes. The themes reflect the qualities of leadership and include time management, strong language arts skills, integrity, resilience, problem solving, global citizenship, and communication. Mr. Tata engaged students and faculty and touched on all 7 leadership themes in an engaging and informative manner.
New Hanover County Schools is collaborating with the University of North Carolina Wilmington to recognize 11 beginning teachers. The school system was pleased to partner with the Watson College of Education to recognize outstanding beginning teachers. Standing by with the details on this partnership is Jamie Stalford. Jamie, what's the story on this partnership?
Thank you, Jordan. Well, 11 New Hanover County school teachers were nominated by their principals and then selected by the Watson School of Education as Beginning Teacher Promise of Leadership Award recipients. These teachers were chosen based on their commitment to teaching diverse learners, their use of technology in the classroom, and their potential for leadership. The teachers are Andrea Alvino from Laney, Mallory Bendig and Taylor Thomas from Ashley, Laura Crowley from Eaton Elementary, and Amber Hines from Trask Middle School. Also selected were Samantha Hurley and Gina Signoral from Forest Hills Global Elementary, and Jessica Shaw and Cher Thompson from Hoggard High School. Rounding out the nominated teachers are Wendy Turrentine from New Hanover High and Eric Wall from Isaac Bear Early College High School. The award is designed to provide professional growth opportunities along with additional support from WCE faculty members. The 11 beginning teachers will have 3 days of professional development over the 2013-2014 school year. Each teacher will collaborate with the Watson School faculty members to develop their own professional development session to present during a spring 2014 Beginning Teacher Professional Development Seminar at UNCW.
Jamie, this sounds just wonderful for these teachers. Who are the key staff to follow up with these teachers to organize the professional development series?
Jordan, 3 people will be working with these teachers to organize the professional development part. They are Somer Lewis, Watson College of Education teacher in residence, along with the school system's Marcia Kearns, Beginning Teacher Support Specialist, and Robin Myers, Certified Talent Management Supervisor, to organize the professional development series.
Thanks, Jamie.
Well, just as the school system is partnering with the university to help retain our newest teachers, a report from the Department of Public Instruction has been released that shows more teachers left their jobs last year. The annual report was presented last week to the State Board of Education at its meeting in Raleigh. The statistics are troubling as they identify that many educators left their jobs to teach in another state for better pay or resigned because they were dissatisfied with teaching. We get a full story from YSN reporter Chase Fulton.
The numbers are in, and the statewide report shows that local school systems had an average teacher turnover rate of 14.33% for the 2012 to 2013 school year, which is higher than the previous year. Local district turnover rates range from a high of 35% in Northampton County schools to a low of 7.3% in Surry County schools. The number one reason teachers reported for leaving their districts was to teach in another North Carolina school district or charter school. Retirement was listed as the second most cited reason for leaving the classroom. The third most common reason teachers cited for leaving was family relocation. Of the 13,616 teachers that reported leaving their districts, 49.35% had tenure. This number is up from 47% who left with tenure in 2011 to 2012. A total of 887 teachers reported that they left their districts because they were dissatisfied with teaching and sought a career change. This number is up from the 816 teachers who cited this same reason last year. A total of 455 teachers reported resigning to teach in another state, and this number is also up. The number of teachers who reported leaving their districts to teach in another North Carolina school district to take a non-teaching position in education or to teach in a charter school or private school also increased since last year. Also, as a part of the report, school districts were asked to identify the subject areas in which they had the most difficulty hiring appropriately licensed teachers.
The positions we normally have trouble filling, especially as the school year begins, are special ed positions, especially the specialty areas of special ed. And then English, math, science at the middle school and high school levels are becoming harder and harder to find, especially math and science. It's becoming a real challenge to find, especially folks who have experience in those areas. It's becoming harder and harder to find.
The State Board of Education and Department of Public Instruction currently have a number of initiatives in place to help recruit and retain teachers. It is hoped that these efforts will be helpful, but most feel the most effective way to keep teachers in North Carolina classrooms is to give them and their profession the respect they deserve. Reporting for Your School News, this is Chase Fulton.
Now, when Your School News continues, Creed Rassin is here with this week's exciting lunch menu forecast.
Plus, coming up, we have an exciting story on students from New Hanover High School learning TV production from the students at Gregory Elementary.
This is Your School News on cable and online. Don't go away, we'll be right back.
Just close my eyes and I'm with you, and all that I so wanna give you, it's only a
You don't have to be a hero to be a hero. When you adopt a child from foster care, just being there makes all the difference.
Welcome back to Your School News. This whole month, our B Block is devoted to a series of reports on projects that schools in the district have undertaken this holiday season that are making a difference in the lives of others.
Working together on community service projects, students learn to solve problems and make decisions and successfully contribute to their hometown. They connect local concerns with global issues and gain an awareness of others. All this will serve them now and years later as they transition out of school and into the adult world.
During the month, our series Making a Difference is focused on some exciting, unique, and even well-known projects that really involve students.
This week, we feature the Woodlot Project. There are people in our local community that rely on wood for heating and cooking. Thanks to the Salvation Army, there is a way we can help them. The Woodlot Project is a program sponsored by the Salvation Army. It began as a United Way funded project administered by the Salvation Army, but when there weren't enough funds, the Salvation Army took over the full cost of the project. They provide chopped wood for others to pick up or to be delivered. We get this report from Cassie Williamson.
Every Saturday starting from December 7th and lasting all the way until February 22nd, volunteers from all over the community come together to help at the Woodlot Project. Volunteers include people from different church groups, organizations, businesses, high schools, and colleges. Volunteers of all ages and levels of skill are needed, as well as those who can provide chainsaws, axes, and other cutting equipment. Drivers with pickup trucks are also needed.
Anyway, safety is always number one. We train them to use these splitters, and one of the most important things that we stress on a splitter, especially if somebody who works the handle, watch where the other person's hands are all the time.
Last month, students from Laney's ROTC volunteered, helping in all parts of the woodlot, cutting wood, stacking, loading, and delivering and unloading wood at the recipients' homes. It was a great chance for the students to serve others in their community and was rewarding for everyone.
It's a good thing because we're helping those who don't usually get the help that they need, and when we can do that, it just puts a smile on their face.
I like it because it's like a way for all of us in ROTC to be able to get together as kind of friends and work together, and I find it fun.
About 500 pickup truck loads were given away last winter. Seniors, families having economic difficulty, and others in need are eligible to receive free firewood. The program helps people living in New Hanover, Brunswick, and Pender counties. If you and your family are in need of free wood, you can call the Salvation Army at 762-2070.
Now, a good deal of our logs come in from a fellow, Shelton Malpas, who is a tree cutter, brings wood into us, along with, like Sam said, the port and various other people bring in wood. But back a number of years ago, it was a gathering kind of a operation during the summer.
The Salvation Army needs volunteers every Saturday. The project starts at 7:30 a.m. and lasts until 11 a.m. every Saturday. Just go to the woodlot off of 23rd Street on Gardner Drive beside the North Carolina Forest Service. The Woodlot Project is a great way to help out your neighbors. Let's come together and support our local community. Reporting for Your School News, this is Cassie Williamson.
Thank you, Cassie. The Woodlot Project is unique to our area. Many groups have found that participation at the Woodlot fun, rewarding, and stress relieving. The Woodlot is open to all ages and levels of skill. Although tools are provided at the Woodlot, those with chainsaws, axes, and other cutting equipment are welcome. Drivers with pickup trucks are really needed. The Woodlot Project is now underway and will run until February 22nd. Volunteers will cut wood with mechanical splitters, axes, and chainsaws. If you feel uncomfortable working these items, you can stack wood, load wood in trucks, and help with deliveries. The Woodlot is open every Saturday from 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. To get to the Woodlot, travel over to the airport. From Airport Boulevard, take the first left on Gardner Drive. There will be a fork in the road. Stay left and take the first paved road on the left. There are no signs, but you will see the North Carolina Forest Service building. To volunteer or get more information on the Woodlot Project, you can call Sam Daniluk at 799-2935.
Join us next week as we continue our series, Making a Difference. Next time we travel to the Good Shepherd House.
It's time now for this week's Lunch Bill of Fare. Gone are the days of mystery meat and the crabby hairnet-wearing lunch lady.
Across the county, school lunchrooms have gotten a facelift and a menu makeover.
Creed Rassin, our lunch menu analyst, joins us now with the week's school lunch menu so parents, students, teachers, and everyone working with the New Hanover County school system can plan their lunchtime options.
Thanks, and welcome to this week's edition of the Lunch Bill of Fare. Myths and stereotypes are abound, but the facts are clear when it comes to meals served through the National School Lunch Program. School meals are nutritious and an important part of addressing this childhood obesity epidemic. Let's take a look at this week's selections. On Tuesday, December 17th, your entree choices are a meatball hoagie or popcorn chicken with a dinner roll. On the side, macaroni and cheese, baked beans, a garden salad, and fresh fruit. On Wednesday, December 18th, enjoy either a General Tso's chicken with rice or a chicken or egg rolls. On the side, oriental vegetables, a garden salad, and applesauce. On Thursday, December 19th, you've had two great entree choices. The Gobbler, which is an awesome holiday meal, or breaded mozzarella sticks, and mashed potatoes with gravy. On the side, a garden salad, fresh fruit, and a spiced cookie bar. On Friday, December 20th, enjoy either a hot dog with chili or a munchie pack as your main entree. Then on the side, enjoy pasta salad, baked beans, a garden salad, and peach crisp. For the weekend, I've got my healthy tip. This weekend for a snack, try some light string cheese. Any food you can play with is a great distraction. Plus, the protein battles mid-afternoon hunger pangs. Remember, it's all about eating right. After the weekend, we kick off our holiday break. Enjoy time, food, and family during the holiday season. Now taking a look once again at your lunch entrees for the week, you've got some great selections with some really great sides to choose from throughout the week. Tuesday, don't miss out on the meatball hoagie, and Thursday, enjoy the gobbler, and be sure to pick up a spiced cookie bar. That's what's on slate for lunch at your school's cafeteria, so don't miss any of these nutritious, delicious, and healthy meals. From the newsroom, this is Creed Raston, reminding you to respect your body, eat well. Back to you.
Thanks, Creed. Don't forget, you can also catch the Lunch Bill Affair during the morning show here on the Learning Network and get lots of healthful nutrition information online at www.nhcs.net/nutrition. Now don't go away. Coming up, we've got the students from New Hanover High getting lessons on TV production at Gregory Elementary.
But up next, we've got the high school sports report with Russell Harrison. Russell will keep you updated on all the games for the coming week.
Your school news will continue after the break.
It's fun to sing,
Zippity zip zip zin zin zin.
dance, and play music every day.
Yeah, go for it.
Doing something artistic inspires creativity and helps you succeed in school and life.
Hooray!
Play music, paint, and dance together as a family.
Come on, team.
Blast off with the arts.
Blast off!
For 10 ways to add the arts into your life, visit AmericansForTheArts.org.
Welcome back to your school news. It's time for sports with Russell Harrison.
Welcome to this week's sports segment. The Ashley, New Hanover, Laney, and South Brunswick High School swim teams collided for a Mid-Eastern Conference meet last Saturday at UCW. While New Hanover took the combined team event, junior Heather Keck and sophomore Sydney Westra helped sweep the women's relays and won their individual events as Ashley swam through their way to slim victory over New Hanover High. Michael Bullard took home the 50 and 100 freestyle events for the Wildcats to overcome the Ashley men, who were led by freshman Ryan Trout. The other noteworthy swims included New Hanover's Aaliyah Jones, winner of the 100 butterfly and 500 freestyle events, as well as her teammate Charlotte Jones, winner of the 100 freestyle and 100 backstroke events. It was a sweet victory as Laney Buccaneers avenged a pair of defeats from last year by being a solid competitor in the finals. It all happened at Laney High School last week. 6 of the Bucks team members all went 5-0 the day, while 2 others won 4 times as Laney rode to the championship of the Allen Sewell Terry Batch Wrestling Tournament. The Buccaneers rode through pool play, defeating White Oak 62-17, Fayetteville 71st 63-10, and New Hanover 72-6 before disposing of Swansboro 49-19. In the semifinals, Laney then defeated previously unbeaten Southview 51-27 in the championship matchup. In football, the Mid-Eastern Conference announced its all-conference selections on Tuesday as NC State-bound senior linebacker Colt Culler took the Player of the Year honors. Longtime Hogger coach Scott Braswell was named Mid-Eastern Conference Coach of the Year after guiding the Vikings to a 12-2 record as conference champions. Junior Ward Coleman was picked as the league's top quarterback, while Javante Batts from Laney and Trevor Baum from Hogger were selected to the first team for their efforts in the backfield. Ashley won the Sportsmanship Award. Last week in men's basketball, Ashley faced off against 71st and lost unfortunately, but the final score was 95-59. Laney played against East Columbus, which was a hard game, but brought home the victory. The final score was 63-61. Hogger stayed at home and played against Millbrook. They lost as well, and the score was 57-43. New Hanover won against Pender High School. The final score of their game was 48-40. In men's basketball this week, Lady Bucks will defend their home court as they play against West Brunswick on Tuesday, December 10th. On Tuesday, the Hanover Vikings will stay home facing off against the Topsail Pirates. The Ashley Screaming Eagles are heading out this week to play against North Myrtle Beach on Tuesday, December 10th. And the New Hanover Wildcats will play against Haggard Vikings December 13th at home. That's sports for this week. Now don't go away, your school news will continue right after this break.
First time I saw my house, I couldn't believe this had happened. Everything was moldy and disgusting.
A lot of things have disappeared. Everything's getting bulldozed down. Our school was made into like a shelter. People around the parish didn't have transportation or couldn't really get out. They went there for last resort. Some people, they were very sick. Some people died in there. Since the storm, our family got a trailer. Classrooms are packed. One of my classes has 62 kids in it. I was very excited knowing that my school was opened again. It was like my second home. I loved it there.
Welcome back to Your School News. We close our program with a great story from Gregory Elementary.
Students from New Hanover High School's digital media classes came over to Gregory to get a first-hand tour of the school's TV studio and learn from Gregory students all about TV production.
It was an exciting time for both groups. The Gregory students gave their high school counterparts a step-by-step guide to producing a television show.
The visiting Wildcats learned that all broadcast begins with a good script. Good scripts feature both school campus news, but a good script is one that also bolsters knowledge of current events.
Gregory students told their guests that their TV studio is where completed video projects are introduced to the school audience. The TV studio has microphones, a teleprompter, news desk, furniture, and lights. That each piece of equipment requires a task to be performed by a student.
Gregory, as a school of technology, has a first-class TV production studio. The students were excited to show their guests how the audio board, character generator, and switcher work.
The high school students joined the elementary school students in a special school-wide broadcast. The program included a chance for high schoolers to answer questions about life at New Hanover High School.
Behind the scenes, Gregory students stood over the shoulders of the various Wildcats as they ran equipment for the special broadcast. The high schoolers learned quickly that it takes a lot of individuals to produce a single newscast.
This was an exciting event for both the students at Gregory and the students from New Hanover High School.
Just think, if those New Hanover High School students had a real interest in TV, they would volunteer here at the studio.
We can only hope that someone at New Hanover will actually step up and make the students aware of the volunteer opportunities available for them at NHCS TV. That does it for this edition of Your School News. Recapping some of our main stories. Board of Education holds December meeting. Catch it here on TLN or check it out online. State Secretary of Transportation spoke to Isaac Bear students, and New Hanover High students learned TV production from Gregory students.
Remember, Your School News is on cable and online. And don't forget to start your morning with our Light and Lively morning show, weekdays at 6 a.m. I'm Gabrielle Allen de Tuamezal.
And I'm Jordan Fife. On behalf of the entire YSN crew, thanks for watching New Hanover County Schools TV on the Learning Network of the Cape Fear.
Have a great day!